Don't be alarmed. I just hit the wrong thing. I gotta see if that actually separated. Hang on. Yeah, it did. Let me get rid of that. I'll delete that. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it shut up, Paimon. I don't know how I did that. Hey Brian, how you doing? Yeah, I don't know how I did that. I knew I was trying to hit the transition button, and then I was like, eh. Oh my god, Paimon. Yeah, so today is just going to be a little bit of a short one, since I was streaming longer yesterday to finish out the story in Star Rail. I'm still not pleased with that ending. Like, come on. You couldn't have had the miracle for Amphorius happen at the very end after 30 million cycles of torment that they put fucking Finon through? Oh, savage. There's a thing with Flynn's. Flinzy, my boy, where are you? Ah, there you are.
Is no one here? Well, hello. This is certainly a most joyful encounter.
I'm trying to remember if I've seen this one. I'm
Seeing
pretty
you
sure I
lifts
have.
my spirits after a somewhat disheartening trip. I wouldn't say anything's the matter, merely that I am dealing with some unexpected circumstances. I recently learned of a collector in Town who, due to financial concerns, has been obliged to offer a pair of ancient coins for sale. I'm told she's a
Oh, I
little...
do remember
I
this.
needed
You
to
find
come
out
to
that
town
he's a collector
anyway
of
to pick...
coins and
It's
gems.
just a little hobby of mine. Time is the best. The style, Pat. Think about it. The weight of these coins have been stuck in my... What do they look like? Look at me. Rambling on about... yes. Recently, I purchased a beautiful I was told it was once embedded in the... Fortunately, please, allow me to I'll be waiting.
Thank you, Flynn. I still haven't seen the fishing one, so I don't know what causes that one to show up. Okay. So today is the last day for the double drops inside Stingy and Onslaught, and part of me wants to actually do it to see if we can get anything good, but Anefa just got onto her set, so she's all set. We fixed Sucrose, so she's good. I know probably, like I said, I know probably needs a little bit more because she's not C4, but she functions fine. I don't really feel like farming Noblesse. Flynn's is good. He needs a little bit more like crit damage, in my opinion. Crit rate, crit damage. But again, that's chasing like perfection at this moment in time. So outside of like helping Kazu, because Kazu has the Animo damage, yeah. But we can exchange for that. Barasa's good. Like, everybody else is pretty much fine. So I can't really argue on this account to do that right now. Like, off the top of my head. You're on Songs of Days Past. You're on Golden Troop. Sing Cho. Sing Cho. Who has your, good thing I wasn't trying to use you. Who has your emblem? That's yours. I don't think that's yours. Yeah, maybe it is. No, that's HP. You had attack. I'll leave that on you if you want. Oh, wait, is it Diona? It might be Diona. No, that's HP. Could be Beta? No, that's your offset. Ooh, that's concerning. Oh. Okay, maybe emblem is the thing we need to... Okay, this one must be yours then. Because you had all stuff... You had all stuff leveled! Where the hell is your sans? Oh, that is really concerning. I didn't eat it, I'm pretty sure. And naturally, I would think that it would have been on Barbara. Alright, I'm gonna put you on that. Okay. Alright, yeah, no, we're gonna go do that. We do need to do Mora, I'm well aware, but we're gonna farm some emblem. I forgot Sing Cho was on an attack circlet. So I will have to make note of that as well. I think he honestly had a better noblesse than he did his emblem. But it's more specifically Sing Cho that needs the upgrade. Did you seriously fall down? Where? Huh? What? It vanished. I didn't pick it up. It fell. Well, thanks, game.
Stay vigilant and get progress.
Whee! So I had a little bit of a Giga Brain moment this morning. So if you guys might remember, I had said that I wanted to do some art YouTube stuff. Just little projects, film myself doing them, because I'm just doing it for fun and whatever. And just to show that, like, you don't need the biggest of spaces to make something cool. Don't get me wrong, if you want to film it, you need a little bit of a bigger space, but that's the whole point. You know, the whole point is you just need, you know, a table, a corner, and some art supplies, right? And then you can get creating. I stumbled upon a video that was very recent. We're talking like in the last 8 days of somebody showing off their filming setup to do art. Now they're specifically showing off that they do like sketchbook work and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, that's fine. But they were like, yeah, I got this table for like $20 at a thrift store. You know, so like, just make sure you have a separate table to do that stuff instead of being like, okay, here's your like desk. Like if I was to do art inside my little corner in the bedroom, like that's not gonna really work because I have to have my computer, the TV, the PlayStation, and all that jazz.
The long sleep beckons.
So I was just thinking about it, and in the corner, under the air conditioner, I had put our folding table there. So back when my husband and I first moved into our apartment downstairs, so the first apartment, we didn't have any furniture. That was being delivered a little bit later. So in order to have like, you know, just, you know, be able to have dinner or anything in the apartment, we bought a like a card table from Walmart. We still have it. And we still have it. So earlier last month, late last month or earlier this month. It might have been earlier this month. Um, it was behind the couch, and because we had to start turning on the heat just a little bit, I was like, "Oh, let me move this," and I put it in the corner underneath the air conditioner. After seeing that video, I'm looking at that table and I went, "Am I fucking stupid?" My brain kept telling me I had to work in the kitchen to do any art projects that I wanted to do. Now, I will still put the stipulation if I do anything with resin, that is in the kitchen, 100%. But when I used to do the art stuff in the old apartment, I primarily worked in the kitchen anyway because it had more space, but also because of the tiled floor. I never really made a mess outside of resin. And the only reason the resin made a mess was I didn't realize the piece I was trying to dome with the resin became warped because I tried to flatten it on the baking sheet. Yes, I was working with shrink plastic. I didn't realize that happened, and it pooled so freaking much because it was just like, now I'm a slide, wee, and I was like, oh no. But that's the only instance that happened with that. It never, I don't think it ever got on the floor. If I remember right, it was only on the table. So, sorry, table. But that was pretty much it. I would still have to be careful with like any paint and water, of course, because also I will be near like the TV and stuff like that. But I was just like, I I could try setting up the setup for recording in the living room. And I didn't plan on like doing voiceover while I was doing the project or anything like that. Everything like sounds or whatever, unless it's specific when I'm showing something. Uh it's all going to get voiced over with like either, you know, royalty free. I almost said retroactive. That's not the right word. Royalty free music and or a voiceover. So I was like, huh, that could work. And I was talking to my husband about it. And he was like, okay, I see what you're saying. And I was like, the only thing, it's like, I would want to get a couple things just to protect the space, just a layer of precaution. So I was like, I wouldn't mind getting another, like, chair mat like I have in the bedroom just to put on the floor and have something that's not the carpet there so that if something does drip, it's not going to wreck the carpet. Um, and I had mentioned a larger silicone mat or two,
Defensive mode engaged. Swirl, Mark 2.
specifically. Oh, you didn't do your first.
Close your eyes. The night cometh.
Well, I'm just doing this all sorts of wrong.
To dust.
Doing that all sorts of wrong. But yeah, I wanted to get a couple silicone mats for actually doing the projects on. Because I was like, oh, I was today's years old when I realized those were silicone mats that people were using to film with and not poster board. And that makes a hell of a lot of sense. Because it makes sense to also work on the poster board too because it's cheap. But the amount that you would have to that you would go through depending on the projects would be a lot. Would actually be a lot. So I'm going to be looking into that a little bit more. And again, like obviously I'll share whenever videos go up for that. And, you know, it's meant to be kind of a fun thing and embracing art and creativity. Like, I do know I am going to talk about the year of crafting I did back in 2022. Because that was, I want to get back to that, if I'm really being honest. I would love to get back to doing that and at least doing like a project, like a bigger project on the weekends and stuff like that. I would love to do that. Hey, Onward, how you doing? Nice little swing by is child abandonment stuff. So I'm trying to prepare for that. I'll also do the original concept video I wanted to do was about some cheaper art supplies. Basically doing Dollar Tree, Five Below, and I chose Walmart out of the two stores, but you could think Target as well. Walmart was only the one that I chose because it was in walking distance when I was visiting my brother. So I was like, yeah, I could just, take a 5-minute walk and go to Walmart and take a look at this. Because the whole point was thinking about her mom. And my mom never wanted to put like her credit card online or something like that. Even though like my brother and I had uh, Amazon accounts, she was always the, well, order me this and I'll pay you back. But it's like, Mom, you can't give us like $5 from an ATM or something like that. And even in the stores, when you got cash back, it was always like 10 at minimum. So what did she do? She would give us the extra money, and it's like, no, you're not dad. Don't do that. Yes, my dad had a habit of exchanging when we were kids. If we had change, my dad would exchange it so we would have the dollar bills, right? But we would call this died up there. Oh my god, that was funny. So, look, say I had 50 cents, but it was mostly in pennies. And it was just like, oh, the thing I had the coins in was too heavy. We're talking about me being like 6, okay? That I just wanted smaller, limit the heft. My dad would see the 50 cents and give me $1. And he did that constantly. So the fact that my mom started doing that when we would have to order stuff online for her is kind of hilarious because she would yell at my dad for doing it. But she never wanted to put the card online. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. So the thought process was if my mom at any point, whether it be, me in my 40s now or back when I was a kid and got into drawing at 14, she would go into the store itself and try to find certain items and stuff like that. And what would be decent, if like the cheapest stuff would be great for, a budding artist just trying to doodle or whatever, or is the premium the only way you can go about it? And we know the answer is no. But I was kind of curious about the really cheap stuff. Crayola was standing. Crayola for a cheap, kids art supply is very, very decent. Hell, I would still use Crayola color pencils if I'm being honest. The way I like to color is just a layer of marker so you actually have color on the page. So when the spacing happens in the pencils, when you layer the pencils on, you're seeing the color below it. You're not seeing white of the paper. And you can get away with that. You can get away with almost any kind of marker, or alcohol marker specifically, because they don't streak. Well, as much, depending on the quality. But point is that you can do it that way and get a $3 pack of 24 pencils for Crayola, and you're Gucci. So I wanted to do that. Like I said, talk about the Euro crafting. And then figure out some other projects that I wanted to do that I just was like, I wanted to film this kind of thing. Like the plushie custom. Never done that before. I will probably screw it up. I'm not going to lie. But it could be fun. It's just like, let's see what happens. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And like I said, I'm just going to be browsing around and trying to get the best deals I can for the pieces of equipment that I need. I might try to before I say that pick up, I might be able to use my old I guess it's a tripod. It's an arm with the I don't want to call it a tripod because it doesn't stand. It clips to the desk. But the reason I couldn't use it for the kitchen was because the kitchen table has a lip on it. But if I can use it on this other table, I can at least farm from another film from another angle. Got artifacts on the brain.
Look, a rainbow! Installation chamber. Swirl, Mark 2.
Hope you woke up. Here, boy. But the other thing I'm gonna look into, so anybody who's like really tech savvy and understands like capture cards and splitters and all that stuff for streaming or even just like recording purposes, I'd appreciate any advice for what I'm looking for. With the capture card now, as you can see, the streams have been a lot more consistent. I haven't dropped anything. The only time I've ever had like an incident on Genshin was on the Genshin server side, not me. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Wait a minute. I can actually hook up my other consoles. So I started trying to look up if my capture card was compatible with the PS3. Now, apparently I can maybe be able to hook up the PS2 just by the HDMI, from what I've read, but not the PS3. The PS3 would require a splitter, basically because there's something like an encoding thing in the PS3 that's problematic.
Oh.
And I was like, well, this could explain a lot. So I would like to actually see if I can find a splitter that's compatible with the PS3 so I could stream it. And if I can, then that means I can stream Disgaea 3 and Disgaea D2. More so D2 than anything else. But you want to know the funny thing? I think those are the only two things I have left of my PS3. But like getting even just the PS2 hooked up allows me to play some of my other games that I don't have to repurchase. Like, I don't know, Lunar. I do want the remastered, if I'm being honest, because I would like to hear the new voices and stuff. But if I can, for streaming purposes, if I can just hook up my PS2 and be happy and play the versions I have, okay, I'm okay with that. So those are just some things I am looking into. As for art and streaming, I still kind of want to do that for just like, you know, just to relax a little bit instead of being like, just grind. Just be able to sit and relax with some art while I do stream and stuff like that. I know you guys aren't really here for that, but just something I was thinking. And the only issue is I'm not really sure how to do the capturing of the footage. I know I can do a browser source and do it because I played around with it at one point, but it's also a matter I got to keep in mind that I might not be able to have my PC on that table and I would need the PC to stream. So all right, let's no, we got to go back out because I got to go back to that screen. Yes, I wanted to change that to emblem. See if we can get Sync Show a little bit something better. Holy moly. Yeah, my tummy's growling. Why are you growling, tummy? You ate.
Go! Absorption test.
Observe. Close your eyes.
Oh, you didn't.
To dust. Night falls.
Defensive mode engaged.
Be silent. Observe.
There's a little bit of lag. Interesting. I'm hitting buttons, Flynn isn't doing his skill, and then it wouldn't let me change characters. What is with this game? Like, ever since they added Wonderland, that's been getting worse and worse. Yes, I'm gonna blame Wonderland. Ooh, double crit. Not the piece that Sing Cho needs, but I'll take it. I'm not gonna be able to roll anything though.
Cleanup sequence in Animal Test 6308. Absorb.
Close your eyes. Observe. Night falls.
Ooh, 214. Go Flins.
Close your eyes. Night falls.
Defensive mode engaged.
Oops, that sounds too gross.
Observe. Close your eyes.
No. Nope. Raspberries.
Go. Cleanup sequence in Animal Test 6308. Absorb.
Be silent. Do you fear the dark? Do you fear the dark?
Chew on this. Insulation chamber. Animal Test 6308.
Close your eyes. Night falls.
Good job, Flins. Nope, nope. HP, nope. Where's my... Okay, I'm gonna have to put this list over here.
Defensive mode engaged. Absorption test. Stand clear.
Observe. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark? Be silent. To dust.
Ah, you bitch.
Go claw. Cleanup sequence in absorption test.
Close your eyes. Observe. Do you fear the dark?
It's a defense piece. Wait, I won't. I think it said I had one more, right? Nah, we'll fight it anyway.
Go. Insulation chamber. Stand clear. Animal Test 63.
Close your eyes.
Ooh, that did not crit.
Observe. Night falls.
Cleanup sequence initial.
Night falls.
Yes, I did have 20 more. Okay. Aw. Right sans, wrong set. Alright, let me note this down. Character, Sing Joe. He went that long without me realizing I did not have him on a crit. On a crit headpiece. Flower is good. Feather can be better. And we do have a new double crit feather. So it has potential. I would rather keep this one though, just because of the ER. I could re-roll it. So I'm gonna write feather with a question mark. He needs a better attack stance. His off piece is okay. Yeah, we're keeping that because it's the energy recharge. And then he needs a crit circlet. So in other words, practically his entire build needs to be fixed. What's your ER right now? 235? So if I take off this, hang on a second. 218, you still have 218 for what you have right now. I think we're good with. What's my moral situation? Not great. It ain't great. No, okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, that pilot Garbo. That is also a pile of Garbo. I mean, it's better crit than he's got, but that is awful. That is absolutely awful.
Add Astra. Thank you for
Wow, nothing on the battle pass. What do you know? What are we looking at? Oh, defeat boss opponents. I can go kill the Dorito twice. No, we can do the cook 20. I should probably make sure I have more chicken. Oh. Today's boon. Huh. Well, we can make today's boon. Why not? Love how you have 3 characters that do the exact same thing. Yeah, it's my chicken. Yeah, just because. Let's go fight the Dorito. I feel like the battle pass hasn't moved in a couple days.
Sand detected, both on ground and airborne. Response: tighten outer layer of clothing. If sand gets inside, it could pose a major inconvenience during future repairs.
Ding dong water bomb.
Defensive mode engaged.
Stand clear.
Beware the creatures of the night. Close your eyes. Be silent to dust.
Yay. I do hope I can get at least I know C4 sooner rather than later.
Look, a rainbow!
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Animal test 6308. Absorption test.
Be silent. Observe.
Yay, level. Alright, let's see. What do I have? Did I do the thingy? I think I did the thingy, right? I did. Oh, did I put those outside? I should have. Yeah, I did. I think that's all of them. There we go. Ooh, achievement. Bobby,
This realm is
since I'm here. Okay. Bought that, bought that. I should buy the books this week. Or try to.
if you ever have
Alright, let's just go back to Nodcry. Don't I know we did a bunch of like trading in yesterday, but I'll give a couple to the emblem. Nope. 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 Pyro with Jack. Ugh. Now, out of curiosity, how many of the elixirs do I have left? It's on this page. I have 6. So if I need to craft something for Xingqiu, I can. But I'm not gonna pull out that gun just yet. Alright. But because of that, where are you, Zhenglang? What's your stats? 51, 123, 230 ER. Okay. Double crit attack, yup. Only ER sound, so you might need something better than that. And the crit rate circlet. I'm not gonna cry with this crit rate circlet though, just because it did roll into crit damage a couple times. But her AR sounds. All right, she needs ER. Sans. With double crit. Definitely needs something better than that. Where the heck did that? It rolled all into defense. Okay. Again, I'm not gonna really sneeze at her feather. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna sneeze at that feather. That's interesting. You're saying that's better because it has a high attack and quote unquote high attack and ER. That's interesting, game. Okay. So yeah, I'm not gonna cry too much about that. I think that's okay. I think you got Millilith, right? Yeah, you're on Millilith, and it should just be all HP. That's all I care about. And you have crit rate because of Favonius. We do have an HP circlet here too, so we can just throw that on her should we need to do that just because high shield. And there's so many cats spinning. It's not okay. Oh, Tummy stops growling. Jeez. All right. I'm gonna go grab one of my donut holes. I'll be right back. I'm not gonna put up the BRB screen. I'm just gonna grab it. Okay. Donut holes required. Give me that pumpkin. Okay. I still have a few, so if my stomach growls really bad again, I can pop another one. So, just to recap, like I said, I was writing down stuff apparently a while ago for my main of artifacts that I wanted to replace or just try to get something better. Like with Arlecchino, I wanted to make sure she wasn't sharing the circlet with Navia. I kind of made the mistake of making the crit damage one, thinking I had equipped a crit damage circlet to see the crit rate, and I equipped the crit rate one. So I screwed that up. Because my Navia would need a crit rate circlet with crit damage and hopefully it rolling all crit damage for the stuff she has. Because she has actually decent artifacts. Set Lolly is another one. I might actually try to farm that today, actually. But like for the F2P account, like I wrote down yesterday for Sucrose. You're in my party. There you are. So for Sucrose, I wrote down that she needed a better flower. Yeah, EM Sands with ER. So that was another one right there. She has it now. So that's a check, because I think she took that from Kazuha. The flower, higher EMER, which isn't bad. Again, I believe she stole that from Kazuha. And then the goblet with ER, which she doesn't have just yet. But she actually hit the 150 threshold. So she actually is getting her burst back way more consistently for the Flynn's team, and I love it. That's why I like to hit fast equip and set it to include things others are wearing. See what the game thinks is my MVP build. I have seen that do some stupid shit. And it's just like, you're not even trying to put it on a set now. You're just going, they just want EM. And it's like, no, I want Veritas and Venmer. Can you please do this? But yeah, she just needs to not be sharing with Kazuha. And for Kazuha, thankfully, he just needs an EM goblet and an EM with ER pieces on some other pieces. Because he just took Sucrose's old ones. And that's okay. I'm not using Kazuha at the moment, so I'm not upset about any of it. Him on the Animo Goblet, I remember running an Animo Goblet forever on my main because it just wouldn't give me a EM one. And I had to run the EM circlet. I had to run an offset circlet because I just wasn't getting an EM for that either. But like Aino is like a little bit more ER until the C4. She's okay. She's at 144. There are just times she just doesn't get the burst. Like she's not getting it. Like that one particle didn't show up. It's not terrible. So I think Aino is okay. She is asterisk. But then we discovered, and I can't believe this because we were, now granted, we were using Xingqiu with Noblesse for Flynn's. But he had been running around basically on these pieces. Like, you look at this and you're like, dang, that's good. Yeah, it is. And then you look at this and you're like, okay, that's more of ER than anything else. You can reshape that one. That's fine. You're absolutely correct. That one might get reshaped. That's the only attack stance I have. And it's like, well, at least it rolled high into ER. Yeah, you're right. So it's not terrible, but he definitely needs double crit. I want him to be able to do a little bit of damage. Offset's goblet. I ain't gonna cry. I believe that was a Farina piece. I believe that was Farina's old piece. So, fine. He was on a freaking attack circlet the entire time. Thankfully, these days we can just make the perfect artifact. Ha ha! Oh, the amount I've cried when I've crafted a piece. Crafted it and then put feathers into it to force it to roll. Oh my god, it was so bad. I feel like I wasted a lot of those on my main. Thankfully, I'm not like, okay, I'm going to take these Nouvelette pieces and try to be the best Nouvelette ever. My Nouvelette is fine. I do want to fix his flower at some point, but I'm just glad I'm not chasing the leaderboard. Do I like seeing where my characters end up sometimes? Yeah, because I'm not even trying. Why isn't your Xingqiu wearing Fiorina's clothes? This account was made after the event. So I don't have his skin on the free-to-play. My main is. My main is. So, yeah, Xingqiu desperately needs, let me note this down. There we go. So Xingqiu definitely needs some help. I don't want to pull the trigger on crafting a piece for him just yet because the elixirs especially are very rare on this account. Not as much as the feathers, but they're very rare. So we'll try farming Emblem for a little bit when we can. Again, today was the last day to really farm for the double drops inside Stygian. So I opted to do that as opposed to ley lines. I desperately need to do more, though. You guys have seen my more just dip. Dip. I don't know why I'm emphasizing the P. But like Zhang Ling needs a little bit of help But at the same time, she's been functioning. All she really needs to do is just apply the pyro for Mualani. That's literally her only existence right now. And if I get Durin, she gets replaced. So there's that. As for other characters, I'm not really too sure. Like, Eula's been benched. Like, I'm benching Eula for right now. Same with, like, Tainari is actually fine. Nahita's pretty much fine. Again, those are... Nahita is definitely more of just, you know, needing EM. So I don't really think I need to up anybody else. I think Bennett is solid. We're not going to worry about D-Luke. D-Luke is just there. And yeah. So, I mean, that's a good thing. I'm actually really happy that we fixed the Flynn's team to function. And it actually feels really good. Chaska? Chaska, you should be fine. I know you just feel like you don't hit very hard. We can check. You should have, like, my best pieces. Okay. That was a Mualani piece. Okay, Mualani is the only one that has, like, the good goods. Yeah, so you basically just have that for crit damage. Yeah. You're at 88, so you should be fine. I don't know why sometimes you feel like you're hitting like a wet noodle. Your attack stance is solid. Your goblet is pretty solid. The circlet could be better. Because of the attack. But we ain't putting crit rate on you, that's for sure. So Chaska should be fine. Varesa actually isn't bad for being on her set. So 86 over 193, I'll take it. Game thinks she has the third best. It's fascinating what the game thinks is good and stuff like that. You know it favors the crit, but it also is like, hey, the characters like this other thing too, which I appreciate, versus the Akasha that's just like, where's my crit, damn it? Because, like, on my main, I have a flower for a Nuvi that has crit and no HP on it. And versus the one he has that has double crit and rolled a lot into HP. And it's like, okay, take this crit value. I was like, the crit value literally is only a point better than having that HP. And the Akasha loves the crit more than the HP. And I'm like, no, I'm still going to have my Nublette be at 30k HP. Thank you. Or 39k, excuse me. He's just under 40. Baiju. Baiju, I haven't used you in a hot minute, but you should be fine. My god, my boy, you have 50k HP. You're on P Amber. That explains that. Okay. Mualani. So you're at 96, 184. Your HP is low for being on an HP weapon. Are you on an EM stance? Is that why? Yes, you are. Oh, that's the only... Oh... Well, we do have that. It doesn't have EM in it, but... Could roll better. What's this? Wasting more of my Mora? I don't know what you're talking about. No, don't like that. I don't like that one bit, Missy. You bastard. We're going to Longhorn and I am getting the biggest steak that we have. Okay. I'm okay. I was gonna ask what you wanted to do for dinner tonight. I can just imagine what's happening at the office right now, and you need a celebration of time off. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with this. I wanted it to roll better. Because that is nice, nice uh crit damage rolls. Although she's on Codex, she doesn't need that much crit rate. $95. It's okay, so she's at 95 crit rate, 192 crit damage. That's with this. What's your HP? I don't want to use this. And we got this. Does this do any? I don't think this does anything for Mualani. For 10 seconds after using a charge attack hit, elemental mastery is increased by 72 for 10 seconds. And elemental skill hits opponent, elemental mastery is increased. So it doesn't do anything for her per se. Unfortunate for being a crit damage weapon. Yeah, let me take the Witsith off for a second. There you are. Now keep in mind, I have no idea how to use Mona. Right? You have the dumb dash.
Decided by destiny. Carving waves.
Okay. Well, that felt pretty good. That was her on a 1. Because that kept it from when I changed it when I ran down. With 34k, okay.
Sand surfing sounds like a blast. You know I'm up for the challenge. Need a surfboard? Off we go. Chip. Delve into death.
Oops.
Written in the stars.
Got a 3, so it's the ER, or EM. Ooh.
Amazing.
Alright, you're just tapping it. That's fine. That was just because I didn't have, like, Zhengling's burst. Didn't I take your Thrilling Tales? I did. Okay, I'm gonna probably have to level another Thrilling Tales if we need to use Mualani and Flynn's. What the? Hello, I wasn't ready! What the hell was that game?
Bring it. You're toast. Booba, get them. Let me scribe.
Oh, I fucking hate you, game. Because the event started. It brought me out of my menu. What the hell was that? Ugh.
Nice and spicy. Race you.
Seeing Thrilling Tales. Well, I don't use Thrilling Tales a hell of a lot, so yeah. I have 2 at R5. Alright, there we go.
Shadows of fate. Fate is upon you. Carving waves.
300k, alright.
Woohoo!
Okay. That feels pretty good with the Witsith again. Now I know your crit's gonna go way down. You are overcapped on crit. Holy shit. Oh, actually, no, that's with the, that was Night Soul. Never mind. That was Night Soul. Yeah, that was Night Soul. Okay. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Alright, let me just... Close enough. Yeah, Zhangling's ER feels very bad. And she's got like 230. So she's gotta get a little bit of an upgrade too.
Bring it. Written in the stars.
Love it. Alright, there we go. I'm just gonna go blam to see what she does. Oh, jeez. Alright.
Amazing.
Damn. Alright, no, we want Shalona.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Boo. Alright, we'll flip over to my main in a few minutes.
Nice and spicy. Hey-ya! Decided by destiny.
140.
Booba, get them.
That's unfortunate. The damage piddled out right at the very end. Obviously, the Witsith was better on her at that point just to maximize her crit damage, but... I mean, 192 really isn't that bad. That's what the HP sands. With the HP sands and weapon, she has 40k HP, which I do likey. Me likey. Where's my EM sands? She gains 1 more point of crit rate. And her crit damage goes down by like 10.
Race you! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Race you! Need a surfboard?
So,
You're toast! Written in the stars. Delve into destiny. Carve
change to
away!
Mualani, please.
Woohoo!
114. So the HP Sands is a little better now than the
Surf's up!
EM Sands. But in terms of like using the weapon, it seems like, yeah, go back to the Witsith. Do I have a second Witsith? I don't. I never got another Witsith. Like outside of the one I used to power this up. I never had gotten more? That is shocking. So 96-ish crit rate with 247 crit damage. Ew. Just slowly saunters back. Come on. Thank you.
Luma, get them!
Come on, Guoba. Fire particles. Thank you. Dish, dish, dish. Two. That's usually the one we want.
Bring it! Hey-ya! Nice and spicy! Decided by destiny! Let me scribe!
300. Yeah, I like it. I can dig it. All right, so we got to keep an eye out for another Witsith. I am going to mark that. That's wow. If you could only see my handwriting, people. This wouldn't be too much of an issue if I did get Surfs Up, but I opted to go for try for C1 Chuska instead. Little bit of an oopsie on my part. If I am to be honest, that's a little bit of an oopsie. Because we were just trying to make Mualani more viable. So, all right, we got some more stuff on Mualani. I'm okay with the sand she's got. She's got a little ER still, so. And that one didn't have ER, it just had the double crit, which is fine. A little bit more crit damage. But let's make sure Verisa has the Witsith, because that's like the only weapon I have for Verisa. Alright. Yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done, but I gotta play catch up first, and then I gotta worry about Durin when he comes out. But at least we got half the patch to get some stuff ready. That's right. Okay, I used all of those. I don't have any more of these, right? Yeah, I just have the Northlander. So I can't get any more refinements on Mualani's weapon right now. Then we have, yeah, books will definitely be next week. Do a little bit more this week, the rest of this week, get books, then more than books. And that'll be right. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to flip to the main. See ya in a minute. Okie dokie. Loading. Dr. Pepper. There's gotta be a way I can organize my notes too. Outside of using like a Excel spreadsheet. Don't make me do an Excel spreadsheet. How else would I remember? Oh. I'll have to pick up my Welk in a couple days. I thought I had a few more days on it. How many days is on the event? 16. That seems like an odd number, right? Like, why not make it like either start when the next thing came out, so you have 20 days total, or just, I don't know, add up to whatever it would be for the release and it goes through the banner? I don't know. That just seems weird. It seems like a weird number. It's 2 weeks, but still. Oh yeah, I gotta remember to do the theater on the free-to-play account too. 'Cause I have not done that yet. Flins, why are you down here?
Add Astra.
Okay,
This
now,
land holds nothing but
again, I was thinking the same thing with Onslaught. I could try to get Navia's piece, but it really is just her headpiece that's the problem for her build. She really needs crit rate. And that just did not roll into it at all. That's not what I wanted to do. I was trying to see this. Honestly, if the crit damage piece rolled it more into crit rate, it wouldn't be an issue. So I don't think I necessarily need to do that, but one of the characters I needed to fix was Sitlali. Because right now you're using an ER Sans, which I don't know who you stole that from. That might have been Cloud Retainers. Has 61 EM, but if we can get a EM piece with ER. Okay, this is... Am I dumb? I might be stupid. Don't mind me. Okay, it does have Elemental Mastery ER. So I did try to search this. Ino has a high one, but I'm not taking enough of Ino. And then the next one I have is 14 ER. Which more than likely means this is what she was using, and it wasn't enough element or energy recharge. Goblet. The goblet could use ER in it. If I could get a goblet with ER, that would help. Same with the headpiece. Same with the headpiece. All right. We are going to go and do that one. Let's do the route first.
Chew on this! Flash attack!
Cleanup sequence in.
Stand clear!
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Okay.
I'll think about
Hey, a geocrystal. That's cool. Don't feel bad. Nobody believes me either. All right. All right, all right, all right. Oh, go have fun, I know. Like how she almost falls down. Good job, I know. Oh, the other character was Skirk. Skirk's stuff could be better, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Not right now, anyway. I wish you could mix and match. At least when you're farming in Stygian, right? So that it's not like catered to the domain itself, but you could be like, okay, you can pick 2 artifacts you want to farm. So for me right now, it would be Cinder City and Finale of the Deep. I think that would be pretty neat to add that for the farming in Stygian. Or now, I also could, depending, because like I said, I'm gonna pull for Yehoda. Because I think she's gonna replace Sucrose. I don't know if that's gonna have a constellation bracket where she might be better or not. But the idea is to get her.
Did I scare you?
Yes.
Installation chamber deployed.
How often consider?
Chew on this! Look!
Close your eyes. Observe. Do you fear the dark?
So yeah, I'm not quite sure about the constellations, what I would need for Yehuda, or if she outright, like out of the gate, would be better than Sucrose. But it looks like I might be pulling on Durin's banner, and I would like to make sure I have maybe something for him if I should get him. But it all depends on what the special program has in store. Which sucks, just because I still want my C2 early, and I'm there like going, I have pulls, I want to pull. I'm not a gambling addict. I should be due for a capturing radiance, though. I gotta see what the day weights or whatever whatever you want to call them, are for the event. Because I'm tempted to just try to go through it, like, all in one lump sum. And I'll more than likely do it on my main for that. Yeah. Punk. I had to stop and think about that for a second, where I was going. I got enough sleep last night, too. I might not have enough caffeine right now, but I had enough sleep.
Flash attack! Swirl, Mark 2! Absorb. Contest.
The long sleep beckons.
Really?
Be silent.
Man, like, for being AoE-ish, Flitz's burst is, like, not very wide. He should have hit him. Dang, bruh. Plunk, plunk. I'm like sliding down the wall. I'm just making sure I picked that up. I did. Okay. I heard it the ground. I swore I saw I picked it up, but I wasn't sure. Say it with me, everybody. That cat can talk!
You look worried.
I just noticed, I don't think Flint's has a line for when the sun comes out.
Ding dong, water bu- Enhanced animal modules.
Defensive mode engaged.
The wrong test subject.
I didn't
The
even
sun
see
is
it
already
coming.
out? Oh, okay. Just one last experiment, and then we can get some rest. Last one, I promise.
That seems like she was more
Humidity
surprised.
levels are increasing. Think we can run some tests?
Okay, now hearing her rain comment, it makes a little bit more sense. If you just hear the sun comes out one, it sounds like it was like the sun just came up and she just wants to do one more experiment before going to bed. Old lady, why aren't you indoors? It's pouring out here.
Listen. That, my friend, is the world's original symphony. No instrument could ever replicate the sheer power and grandeur of thunder. People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows.
He went from the thunder line immediately into the ghost one. Now, due to the weapon situation on the F2P account, I am going to double check my main account to make sure I have at least one extra Wit Sith and one or two more Thrilling Tales. To be fair, the only character I've run Thrilling Tales on has been Sucrose. I have Lolly's signature, so I don't run it on her. I haven't felt a need to. Let me put it that way. I haven't felt a need to. Nothing again. Huh. Make me out to be a liar.
Look, a rainbow!
Installation chamber deployed.
Stand clear.
Bump. Bunk. Bunk, 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 bunk. Bunk, bunk. Okay. Well, you know what that means. We get to go see Mr. Boots. Mr. Boots, am I done? No, Mr. Boots says I'm not done. That's weird. Thank you, Mr. Boots. And then there's one more in Fontaine that I'm aware of that I'm just going to go grab, and that'll be it. Because if I go to my other spots, I won't have the alt route available to me tomorrow, so don't want to touch them.
Observe. Close your eyes. Night falls.
Alright, let's go to Stygian. We'll see if we can get some pieces for Sea Lolly. L3.
Transfix it. Let's light it up. Get to work.
Reconstitute.
Everybody stand back.
Hydro, crappy. Also crappy.
Laid bare. My sincerity. Show no mercy. Neutralize. I'm going in.
Nope. Attack, nope. Crit damage with crit rate, I'll take it.
Please overrule. Get to work. Extract. Teamwork is strength.
EM stands with crit. Nothing else. And fence sands. So unfortunately we got the EM sands just with nothing on it.
Show no mercy.
Reconstitute.
Fulfill our pact. I'm going in.
That was weird. Dendro, nothing. Attack, nothing.
Transfix. Let's light it up. Get to work. Neutralize. Everybody stand back.
That should be the last one. And nothing. Womp womp. Womp womp.
Add Astro. Thank you for complete.
What are you finishing? Oh, you're almost half. You're almost half. You're close. All right, let's take a peek. Okay, I have a second R5 with Sith, at the very least. And I do have another R5 Thrilling Tales. So we could do this as well. I had to stop and think about that for a second. As when in doubt, Thrilling Tales, right? Okay, so not leveled, but we do have that. I'm leaving the second even star the way it is. 2 additional sack frags. Yeah, I think that's fine. Somebody can use this once I decide to level it. Alright, that's fine. And I only have the 1 level 5 codex? Yeah. 1 R5 and leveled codex. But I do have a spare. Probably should have at least... For the codex, I think 2 is fine. I think the sword and the spear probably need at least 3 to play around with. Although I've been lucky for not really needing them inside Stygian. Alright. I got a level 60 R5. Excuse me. I don't know if I should like refine this and level it, or if I should just leave it alone. Oh. I'm a silly buns. Alright, so 1 more on that, and then we'll have our second Fab Great Swords. That'll be alright. And then I don't need to worry about the tier 3s. I really don't know what to do about the bells. Nobody needs it. Here, roll. I don't want to ascend. Or fine. Here. R5 bell. There we go. Awesome. It's a shame that this great sword is like a pile of crap. Because I like the look of it. Have white blind. Have that. I need to finish leveling this. Oh look, D-Luke, you can actually take your sword back. Alright, great sword's fine. Pole arm. Have this one leveled in R5. And I think we're leaving these two separate. So the next one we'll start our refining them. I just need to level them. I have 2 R5 or black tassels, that's fine. And I think, unfortunately, this isn't an unfortunate circumstance. When I started playing, I didn't realize that weapons like the white tassel were only found in chests for a specific region. So they kept getting fed into things I was leveling up. So I didn't get any white tassels and left them alone until Chenyu Vale. And that's all I found in Chenyu Vale. So thankfully I had a jade spear for Arlecchino when I got her. So sword. Let's go to the swords. I'm going to level the second Zippo separately. We have 290 favs, 1 R5. Do I have another fav? Yes. So I have the 3. I can start refining them when I get extra. I have 1 extra sack, which I think that's fine. I don't think I need more than that. Right? So I have 2 down there. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good with just the sack swords. Because Sing Cho always has one, and then I can have one floating around for somebody else. So we can refine that. Then of course the iron sword, I obviously have that locked. Okay. And then bow is the only one I haven't looked at. Oh my god, where's Fischl? There she is. Alright, R5 on Auroron. We have an R3 on, and then R1. Okay, so we can actually do this as well for Madame Faruzan. Alright, so 1 more and I'll have another R5 for that. That's good. We have another stringless going. I don't know who would use it, but not a bad idea. And then I have 2 R5 sacks. And those are the only 2 characters I can think that really needs the sack bow. So I might as well just start refining this. Just in cases, and Kala is going to get leveled soon because she's almost C6. Diona should be leveled because she is C6 on this account. So right, bows are looking pretty good. That should be everything. So I can refine my Favoniuses and be good. Which Sith I have 1 spare that I need to level. So Gucci, I think that's all good.
Accelerating.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Hero of Cinder City. Ew. Absolutely not. Yikes. Just yikes. Animo. Why is it always Animo? I always get Animo. And absolute garbage. Okay.
Welcome.
15,
How can I help you?
16.
Give me a better artifact.
That's a nice haul.
Did I do today's boon? I did. Yeah, I can do this one. Alright, that was like 14, so I need 6 more. When in doubt, we just cook the chicken. I don't know if I can forge 20 items.
Accelerating.
I'd like to have something made. Oh, good.
My strength still fails me.
Alright, what else can I do? Because that's not going to be ready till tomorrow. Hold up. Okay, there's the boss. I was like, did I do that on this account? I don't remember doing this on this account. Oh, 2 ley lines, really?
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near Wolfendom.
I more than likely used my transient. I did. Saddies. I was hoping to go and get the wish for the standard. Just to give you guys a little something. My main account hasn't rolled for a bit. Yeah, we just got the Wolf's Gravestone. And then back-to-back 4 stars. So probably would have just been a blue anyway. Okay, so we're at 12 pity since Flynn. So it did just only take that 1 extra 10 for I know. Yay!
Moon pie. That's what I'll make.
Let's get away from that. All right. Anything else I needed to look at? Navia's headpiece is the only issue. I just need a crit rate piece, or I need to re-roll the one that she's got. And try to get it to roll in more into crit rate. Why not? Okay. That is technically better. It's not the best, but it is still technically better. Yeah, she's still at 57 crit rate. Like, let's be real here.
Oh,
That's the ones on Flynn's. That's on Enough. Why are you saying that one's good for you? Got a couple double crits here. Yeah, it is following that. I don't think I have anything with like high crit rate. That's the highest one, right? Yeah, you just have crit damage here. So outside of hoping it rolls double crit, there is probably nothing I can do. You're at 129 ER? What is Navia's ER requirement? It's not high, I don't think. Double Geo is around 120, so she has it with the setup she has right now at the lowest threshold. And you don't have an attack stance on set, so I can't like just flip it. Alright, let's... $31 on that. Don't know how to get more crit rates. Yeah, that's probably where a bulk of your crit rate is actually coming from right now. Don't have another feather. Don't have a sans. I made the goblet. Then there's just this. And it's not worth rerolling because I don't have a second stat to say, hey, go into it. That's... Ooh. Ooh, that irks me. It's unfortunate. But at the very least, it did roll a little bit better. We just need to find a way to get her a little bit more crit rate. Hopefully, maybe we'll get another one that's crit rate, crit damage. Another circlet with attack. And it'll roll as good as Arlie's. Alright, Skirk, let me just double check you. Okay, this only has crit rate in it. So you want something with crit rate or crit rate and attack. This is what you were using when you were using the other weapon. So what's your crit damage right now? Yeah, this will put you down where I don't want you. So, because you have a crit rate weapon. Quit weight weapon. I just did it. And then I wanted an onset cryo. This is what you've got. It's not terrific. This one actually rolled okay. So if we can get one that has like attack in it, that would be best. Like Risley's, but Risley only has crit damage. Same with Kaya's. Okay, did I note down for Skirk what I needed? Like, why I needed it? No, I didn't. Smart me. Now my notes are getting all messy. All right. I mean, I guess it's not that bad that, like, I only need, like, minimal adjustments to feel better about the builds on certain characters. Probably... Alright. Probably should take a gander at the 4 stars. Now, was I a dum-dum with Sing Cho on this account? So, okay, it has slightly higher attack. Alright. Damn, my Hydro Demo buds are bad. Alright, that's the best you can do. Pretty much. Oops. You are on a crit rate headpiece. That's good. Food alarm. Bennett should be okay. Yeah, it's Skyward. He's on ER. Never got a healing bonus outside of the 4-star, huh? Okay, Bennett's fine. Zhengling. Okay, your crit is a lot to be desired, but I don't have another crit rate headpiece, which is part of the problem. That was, I believe, Arlie's old goblet, so that should be fine. ER Sands with good crit rate in it. It's a decent feather. I mean, that would give her a little bit more crit rate, but I'm not even going to cry about it. Her crit rate's only at 30. Do we have one with crit? Oh, we have a double crit there. Okay. So we have 2 double crits. Unfortunately, it doesn't have, this has attack in it, but we could try to get more crit on Zhenglang. I like that. Okay. Okay. I went into defense on the last one, but that is better. Like I said, I can't do anything about her headpiece. Alright, that's slightly better. If I get her crit rate circlet, she's golden. She's absolutely golden. So awesome. Alright. I'm gonna set up Star Rail, gonna get a little something to eat. And then we'll just do our dailies. And that'll be it for the day. So I'll be right back. Just got my simple creamed corn and rice. Something pretty easy to make, very quick, and it'll keep me full until we go out to eat. Whew. All right, like I said, this is just going to be pretty quick. Gone hung. Come to an end. Though this research I studied. How does a happy cat sound? Liberty gibbity goo. That. Oh, right. That's some easy jade we can pick up. Is sitting through the as I've written. Nice, we got 2 fulls here. Love it. Alright, let's just farm these while I nom. And then we'll also sit through as I've written just to get the jade. And then we'll do a couple pulls. And yes, I know I could set this to quick farm, but again, I'm going to be eating during this, so you guys get just to watch the blammo.
Night falls. Shh. Good night.
Go, go, go! Riding the west wind, away we go! Don't make them wait. Dispel the gloom, restore the skies. Let's go!
Again. Rise and shine. Embrace a new life.
Go, go, go! Have some sunshine. Don't make them wait. Riding the west wind, away we go! Have some sunshine. Dispel the gloom, restore the skies. Let's go!
Have some fun. Till we meet again. Night falls. Shh. Good night.
Go, go, go! Riding the west wind, away we go! Don't make them wait.
Again. Rise and shine.
Have some sunshine. Dispel the gloom, restore the skies. Let's go! Don't make them wait. Huh. Dispel the gloom, restore the skies. Have some sunshine. Riding the west wind, away we go!
Have some fun.
Night falls. Shh. Good night. Go, go, go! Huh.
May death protect us!
Riding the west wind, away we go! So make them wait. Dispel the gloom, restore the skies. Have some sunshine. Till we meet again. So make them wait. Dispel the gloom, restore the skies.
Embrace a new life.
Go, go, go! Riding the west wind, away we go! Have some sunshine. Again, again. Rise and shine. Night falls. Shh. Good night. Huh. Dispel the gloom. Restore the skies. Go, go, go!
Wrapped in biting wind, hearts will never bleed. Frozen and burning.
Are you ready? This is going to be a very, very long story.
You are a tiny seed. In the boundless dark, your face is sculpted again and again. A smile, a faltering word, or a tear. A lingering sigh. But when a ray of light breaks through, the Stellaron unravels your fate. Since that moment, you were meant to be a soul, yet you are hollow. You were meant to be the answer, yet you know nothing. At some point, you awake once more as a dead seed in the prison of remembrance. This is a tomb crafted by the body to trap the soul. You will neither wither nor hold a future anymore.
Heart of Amphorius, Demiurge.
Who's calling you? Is that your name?
Hi, miss me yet?
Before being dragged back into the sinful loop by tongues of fire, she left you a story. The singing fairy guides the kind traveler to the Membrance Maze. Soft and full of color, a peaceful, beautiful place to return to. In the ice cave of memory, only stories hold warmth. They slowly transform from symbols and numbers into things you are familiar with, yet have never seen. Rainbows, clouds, and flames dance through the story. Swallows, butterflies, and kittens grace its pages. You find yourself wanting to hear more from her. A thought that's never crossed your mind until now. And so, you begin to take root. Slowly, quietly, you bloom. Memory's flowers blossom within the cage, casting light upon the cold night, unveiling gardens, fountains, and quiet promenades. You come to understand more, new thoughts, deeper feelings. Your palms grow soft with fur, and you reach gently for her fingertips. Each meeting carries thousands of years of longing. You see the exhaustion in her quiet steps through the years, and breathe in the sorrow she hides within her tales. At the final meeting, she entrusts you with her name, Cyrene. The ripples of past reverie carry romantic poems back through time. When you finally escape the cage, your heart no longer knows emptiness.
Ma'am? Ma'am?
As the memory's flower withers, it bears a fruit shaped like a heart. You lose yourself, forgetting even the name you were given. But one desire lingers, to turn the next page of the unfolding story. The remembrance's messenger takes your hand through blooming gardens and hushed galleries to where the stars unfold above. A shooting star flashes by like the most brilliant pen, carving staccatos into the endless loop of night.
Mimi! Mimi!
The story unfolds beneath the dome. The future lies where the stars fall. They cast their gaze into the coffin of memory. This is the moment you first meet your companion.
Ma'am, Mimi, Mim?
Ornyx gives you your new name, but your quick-witted partner prefers teasing you with nicknames. He walks beside you on this journey. The Chrysos heirs and titans, the flame chase and deliverance. This is the adventure you've been waiting to find. You find Strife's weakness, seal the black-robed swordsman in the ruins of a past life, and soar again with the heroes to the sky.
Justice has a partner, and it's me.
You too tread in the grove, gurgling, almost drowning.
Just erase this from your mind quickly.
The Chrysos heirs of the Flame Chase somehow feel familiar, as though their tales have already been told to you. Swallows soar through the open skies, and a butterfly dances across the blooming land. A lone lion watches over the perilous cliffs as the rainbow mends the torn sky. By the story's end, The dark clouds consume every trace of light. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Hatred flares from the heart of the blazing sun, and the world falls apart, carried off by the chaos of time. And though only ripples of past reverie remain, they still sing brave poems alongside it.
May the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff.
Here lies Ides Elysiae, Cyrene's most beloved sanctuary. Forever warm, forever gentle, the place where the story begins again. Turn the clock once more. The ink rewinds, and the sun rekindles its flame. At the zenith of the world, enter a grand feast for all. People gather under the banner of the flame chase and drink their fill. You are finally able to take on the persona of a human being, reconnecting with those old friends, entering them into As I've Written.
How do I begin to write you into a story?
With her own hand, the ruler writes,
I love the world, just as it loves me.
between hearty swigs, the night murmurs under her breath.
I only love eternity.
But time will not pause for feasting. The sea's depths burn crimson, and the sun begins to tilt. The Theoros bows in reverence as the flames of war are fiercely kindled. You inscribe beauty on the weaver's gravestone, recording how a child's laughter warms the final goodbye.
The shore on the other side will watch over the next life.
With a hopeful heart, the maiden walks into the chill of the dark, awaiting an embrace.
Scars will give way to peace.
The warrior ascends the altar, speaking softly under his breath. The cat is not fond of warmth, and quietly slips away from your intrusions. And the wise one who journeyed with her to the end still carries a smile in the depths of his eyes. The physician who bears a love for mortals wishes for you to look up and behold the rainbow's light. You say farewell to all, in a world aching with wounds. Again and again, you turn the pages with a gentle hand. Amidst ruins, wilderness, and ash, the projection of the Intellitron reaches out in greeting.
Philia 093, the electrical signal originally belonging to love. Now that silence has fallen, why not look at yourself beneath the starlit sky?
Along light's final journey to the edge of the universe, the stars fade into silence, their wreckage settling, cooling, into uniform, still, and pristine dust. Love answers to many names.
Variables, interference, symmetry broken, the original flaw. Love and destruction are two sides of the same force.
But the stars reflected in your eyes quietly speak a different truth. You waited until the ice flows stirred the slumber of time, until the azure dragon coiled along the edges of the earth, and the hero of deliverance returned once more. When the breeze lifts the weight of loneliness, as it does the golden waves of wheat in the homeland, the child who was denied the light of dawn can finally lay down the watch that melted his heart. Beyond the blazing sun lurks the black tide of infinite hate. It brings rational arithmetic to an end and snuffs out the flickering flames of civilization across the starry sea. You return to the cold, mist-veiled Evernight. It feels familiar, as water and fruit to a seed. But you will dither no longer. Tap, tap, footsteps echo in rhythm. Hand in hand with your companion, you run ahead, leaving behind a page of eternal peace. Love is the ripples of past reverie. Let the verses of memory gently seal what once was.
That was good. All right, one more.
Thank you for all you've done, friend. Now, leave the rest to me. On the fragrant shores of the West Wind, where flowers bloom, I picked one without thought and turned to glance behind me. Let me uncover the missing chapters in this long chronicle of Amphorius. I see you, Amphorius. You are so beautiful, like a tragic tale that stands apart from the rest. I wish for you to be illuminated by the mirror of memories, so that the cosmos can see this ray of light and bring a pause to the endless loops. I see you, friend. Do you remember this corridor of memory? It is where we first met. I wish to gift you a magic pen, to strike the notes of fate, and to guard you as you wander this world. I see you, Cyrene, concerned about the truth Lygus unveiled. I trust you to face it with courage, and make the right choice. I long to entrust you with all that remains of my strength. Use it to journey back through time and share in the Flame Chase journey. I'm so tired. I can barely keep my eyes open. It would be great to find a place where I can lie down and sleep until tomorrow. By the way, Cyrene, I remember you once spoke of a place soft and full of color. A peaceful, beautiful place that felt like home. But where is it? So this is the place. Without my realizing it, the flower I picked from the end of the west wind has become a seed. No matter. Will you let me make one last wish? I can't see you, Remembrance Maze. So I wish... Please, grow out from this tiny seed. The seed will grow and grow until it becomes a great tree, crowned with 1,000 flowers. It hums. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Waiting for a fairy maiden to arrive and write her very first story. You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning. This book is dedicated to you, my friend. Open it. I'll be waiting for you in the past. When the time comes, whisper my name and all that she has ever meant.
Cyrene, ripples of past reverie. I hold you in your heart with love. Then, with an unforgettable verse, I walk toward your tomorrow.
It's still sad. All right. Oh, Nameless Hour. Let's grab that. Oh, I'm not even close. So I was to say, is there anything I could do really quick to... 300,000 credits. I don't think I could do that super quick. Because that would actually give me another wish, but that's okay. That's okay. Got 4. I don't think I have anything in... Oh, no, I got 1 here. Well, let's just do that. Alright, where are we? Not very far. I think we're like 20-something. $26. Nope. 27. 28. 29. Dang it. 30. Nope. Raspberries. Oh. Okay, I just noticed that. Cyrene is available for both patches. For both sides of the patch. So that's good. That's good. Oh. So we do get it. Yippee! damn it. Oh, you're gonna make me go to pity, aren't you? What does your light cone do? Where's speed, of course. Ah, okay. After getting Cyrene, we might go for her light cone. However, if it takes too long to do that after getting Cyrene, basically it'll be build pity and then we'll flip to Finon's light cone when he comes back. Because I really need his light cone. Can I just, like, get this to go away? Regard? Okay. Did that. We did that. Of course, that doesn't give you anything. Did Divergent Universe. We could do something with that. And then, of course, we get the login. But that's gonna do it for me today. Again, I was on for a while yesterday, just going through the story, making sure it could get finished and everything. So we're at 31 pity now towards Cyrene. Hopefully we'll get her early. Otherwise it's just going to be an ass ton of grinding just to try to get her and then flip to get Finon's light cone. But just noticing that, you know, she's there, even for the phase 2 side, that helps out a lot, actually. A little less stressful on trying to get her and stuff like that. And as I said, I'm not... Actually, I could set that at this point, right? The thing for... the artifacts. I was originally not doing that because I thought I wouldn't have time to, you know, grind everything out. But if she's here for the second phase, I might as well. I love how it doesn't... I hate that so fucking much. Oh my god. That doesn't do anything! Triggers a guarantee box. Like... No. I mean, it's leveled, which is great, but, like... Okay, you made it so I went to, like... Oh. Stop! That's just for Cyrene. That is so freaking bad. Why? Fucking why? Okay, fine. I got the crit damage stat. Cool. Look at the fucking subs on this shit. At least I got speed on that one. But oh my lord! And it, oh my god. Oh my god. Really? I want to keep this with speed. Thank you. Oh. This I'll keep the one with the flat HP. Okay, can we get like the ones that like are absolute dog shit? Thank you. HP's percentage or ice. We'll take the ice. I think we'll keep the HP. What the frick? Okay, we got the HP here. Oh, we got another speed. Ooh, speed with HP on it. Okay, slightly less crit rate because nothing got rolled into it, but we got HP. I'm alright with that. Nothing on that one. What do we got? What do we need? Technically, I guess it's HP that we're missing. On the orb. Alright, so we got that, we got this over here. Okay. Not the best, but... Alright, I think I'll try one more time. Ice defense, screw you. Oh, it takes one per. That's actually not bad. Oh, the crit damage is really good, but I think I still want the speed. Okay. I'll hold on to that. Relic rating A. Okay. Could always try to get more later. That's cool. That's actually kind of nice. It sucks that it's that random, though. But anyway. I will be back Monday. Not quite sure what we're gonna do. Probably more of the usual. Because at the very least, Divergent Universe will reset and stuff. So I think Pure Fiction or Apoc Shadow. It might be Apoc Shadow, actually. We can just quickly check. I think it's Apoc Shadow. Yes, it's Apoc Shadow. So we'll have Apoc Shadow. We'll have Divergent Universe just to get some more Jade. Actually, well. I say that, but I have like no Jade left, so hang on. There is a code I wanted to redeem before I forget. So let's do that. There it is. Alright. Let's see. Vaca. 9. XB. 2BC. CGFX. Yep. Of course I shut it. Uh-oh. My game froze. Wait. Why? Cool. Yes, I know I got the little headpiece for him. It's kind of stupid. I ain't gonna lie. Don't make me think my game froze. Oh, that makes that's right. I was missing like 10. Not really, but okay. One more pull. Nope. I got Moe's though. Okay. Sure game. That's exactly what I hit. Mm-hmm.
Every shadow on the Yao Qing could be me.
It's hard to believe that's the same voice as Kaveh. And I should have only 8 in the shop from that? Yeah. Okay. Now we're back to square one. Alright guys, I will see you all Monday. I hope you had some fun just chilling today. With no, it's a super long yap. I just did as I've written to get the jade. Boss sure is busy. I know I am. Alright. I will see everybody Monday. Have a good weekend, everybody. Try to relax a little. And until then, take care.